Welcome to YouTube channel. Talk about being professional, you know? Yes. You gotta make sure you're very professional. Look out, pest on my face. I don't care. It's all about looking your best. About you know, talking to the audience, make sure you got a clear voice. You know, I'm gonna tell you the way to win YouTube.
This is excellent.
And that's how you do YouTube. All right.
Oh, that was awesome.
Almost choked.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you so much. All right. I guess we're a couple minutes early. Should we just go ahead and go?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah. You guys are in the right group for the right panel,
You
right?
get the extra 3 minutes of YouTube talk or everything else. This is the actual important stuff. Everything after 2 o'clock now.
This would be on the Blu-ray special features right here.
Deleted scene.
Yes.
The bloopers.
This is why you buy Blu-rays.
I'm actually motion capture right now. Jeremy Howard from Ninja Turtles is actually
He's a
motion
Muppet.
capture.
I'm actually like here I can drink some.
I feel like a puppet. Yeah. Someday we'll find it in the rainbow condition.
I actually sang that song in my choir back in high school. The Rainbow.
Wow, what church you go to?
It was Catholic.
It's a Hinton church. Bless the frogs.
Big up Silesia High
We love it
School.
today. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Pay your tithes to Fozzie. Well, welcome everybody to Sac-Con. First off, give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, you guys gotta make us look famous real quick. We gotta do a little video thing. All right, hold on. Let's see. So hey, what's up? It's just me, Andre, and Sean Long. Yeah, we're doing this panel about YouTube. I think a couple people showed up. Let's see how many people showed up. Who's all here? Yeah. YouTube famous, son! Yeah! Give me my AdSense!
By the way, I want to get like a picture of all you guys, but freaking Instagram, like this is why is it square, man? It should be widescreen. It's like I can't get all you guys.
There's a trick to actually making the whole thing fittable for Instagram. I'll show it to you later.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's called Facebook.
It's cool.
He's gonna get the picture. We're taking pictures. It's all about you guys. We're not even taking pictures.
You guys are beautiful. You deserve to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're way more better looking than we are. So.
Speak for yourself, Sean.
This guy is gorgeous, man.
Look.
I know, seriously.
Watch, this is me, Carl's Jr. right now.
Oh yeah, he can eat that bug.
Take that cake up to
Forget Charlotte McKellen or whatever. I want to have a burger. Yes, I do.
I know what you're doing tonight. Give me that burger prawn. So on that note, so we are here to talk about YouTube and social media, which, you know, I've been doing YouTube since 2007.
Yeah, me too, man.
2007 as well. We've gone through a lot of ups, downs, highs, lows, mistakes. Still, I think still to this day.
Oh yeah.
Things we're doing right, things we're making mistakes. So that's what we're here for. You know, I know one thing about doing YouTube early on was there really wasn't a lot of information out there. You know, if you
copyright claim,
you copyright claims, or just how to work the system or be a part of it. And then you had people who learned it and they shared with their friends. You had people that learned it and didn't tell anybody, or you had people learn it and was nice enough to talk to you about it. You know, you really had to go through it. And then nowadays, you got blogs, you got websites, you got analysts, you got networks all trying to tell you how it goes. But what's funny is a lot of people that give the advice on how to do YouTube are people who don't do YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think there's still some merit to, you know, because they look at trends obviously and figure it out from an analytical perspective. But I think nothing helps more than to talk to someone who's in it, who's in the dirt, in the trenches, to be able to say, like, this is what you'll go through as a person, you know, dealing with this. Here's some of the emotional things that you go through doing YouTube. You know, a lot of people don't even really get into that subject, but a lot of things going on. So, I mean, I don't really have a lot of, I mean, if there's anything you want to sort of preface myself, just so you know, my name is Andre Meadows. I'm from the YouTube channel Black Nerd Comedy. Yeah. Thank you. He's doing great. I think all my subscribers are here today, which is awesome. No, but yeah, like I said, I do rants, reviews, occasional sketches and interviews and commentary just about geek culture and nerd
You rub
culture.
girls' feet too.
Well, that's after the show. But yeah, just all about like geek culture, nerd culture, particularly the stuff that I'm invested in. You know, when you talk about, when people say they're into geek culture, it's like there's so many things nowadays. You can be a Whovian, a brony, I'm a Care Bro, by the way. How many Care Bears in the house? Care Bear fans in the house? Represent? Yeah.
Yes.
We gotta take the, look, I love the bronies, you're cool people, but the Care Bros, we need to take up, we need to rise up. Dawn of the planet of the Care Bros. No, but it's just about the culture I'm into, nostalgia, because I want it to be a personal experience. I want it to be something where it's not just so much about talking about geek news or geek culture, but about the things that I'm either invested in, love, hate, or learning about, you know, which is a new thing I want to play with as well. But that's what you find on my channel. A lot of Ninja Turtles,
Yes.
a lot of Power Rangers, a lot of Smurfs, a lot of 80s, 90s nostalgia.
Nintendo.
Yes.
Yeah. I got that gold Mario, son! I was so mad because it literally was in my shopping cart, and then I was about to buy it, and they're like, oh, you gotta create a Walmart account. And I'm like, I'm making the Walmart account, and as I'm making the thing sells out. And so no joke, I was about to get in the car to go to a meeting, and like my friend was coming to pick me up, and then right as I was walking out, I got a tweet going, it just reopened. And I called my friends like, you gotta wait. And I ran right upstairs just to order that thing. And as of right now, it still says I'm getting it, but you know, they could easily cancel that order.
Yeah.
But that's the next panel. Amiibo hunting is the next panel. Sean, tell me about yourself.
Oh yeah. Well, first off, this guy also, if you go on the YouTube metrics page, I always see your face anytime I need help on YouTube. So I see your face every day on my dashboard.
So I keep my eye on you, Sean.
But yeah, what up? I'm Sean Long. I've been doing YouTube as long as Andre here. I don't have as many subscribers, but it doesn't matter. We're all treated equally today. No, I was kidding. But no, it's I've been doing YouTube for a long time, especially as a job since like 08. And yeah, I do toy reviews. I'm Sean X Long on YouTube. I do toy reviews, movie reviews, video game stuff, and skits. I like to put a lot of humor and stuff. I'm very influenced by like Weird Al. You know, UHF is one of my favorites. I love you know, Monty Python movies. I love Spaceballs and all those kind of like Liam Neeson with the Naked Gun movies. That's really like the very slapstick.
Wait, like Leslie.
Oh,
I would love to see Leslie.
There's a highly developed set of skills that will kill you with comedy.
Spoofs.
Roger.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh yes. He will find you and he will make you laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love my job. I love that we can actually like be here at a panel talking about that we at home filming ourselves in a camera.
The stuff that we were made fun of about
Yes.
is now the thing that's making us money, which is pretty awesome. So who has seen my videos? Just out of curiosity. All right. So you know so have you seen all the toys and stuff behind me? If you think that's crazy, go to his channel. It's not like a wall. It's like an orb, a sphere. He is living in Toy Town. He is freaking Willy Wonka. I go into his place and he's got like you know how Iron Man in the movie, like he has that in his home. He is Iron Man, people. It's like miniature Iron Man, but it is amazing. So if you need to know anything about toys, this is the guy.
And I want to give up to my fiance for letting me have all those toys. Yeah, now a lot of ladies will allow, but I said like, okay, if I can have this section, you can do whatever you want. So it's like, yeah. So she gets to have her pillows. I have my hot toys.
But now you're collecting stuff too, right?
Yeah, I have a white collection.
Yes.
I got White Lantern, White Batman.
Yeah, she likes the color white. It's not a racist thing, don't worry.
I'm gonna find a corner of your house and make a black section. Blackest Batman, black Spider-Man, and a black Spider-Man suit.
Dude, you should do it. I'll have the white collection.
We'll have a black section just for you, Andre. When you sleep over in the room, we'll have a black section.
Hey, you have a white camera though.
All Black Rangers, just every single Black Ranger there is. I'm gonna take the Pink Ranger and paint her black, just to have more Black Rangers.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's cool. Did you want to come up?
Let's come on.
Come on up. We got a special surprise. Come on up, man. So, introduce yourself.
Thank you very much for inviting us up. My name is Chris. For those of you that don't know me, this is my best friend and brother, Rich, and we're YouTubers as well. One of the things I would give you guys is best practices, the mistakes that we've made, the things that we've learned.
Yes.
I was just talking to Andre about subscriber burn. And this is one of those kind of weird terms where people are like, subscriber burn, what the hell is that? Well, super long story short, YouTube doesn't like people to skip videos. So what they want is they want people to watch more videos, they want people to stay on more. In 2012, they switched the algorithm from a view-based algorithm to a watch time-based algorithm. And when that happened, Rich and I were like, oh, okay, we'll just make longer videos. That'll solve the problem. No, that's not solve the problem. That'll burn out your subscriber base. So really quick, it's super easy to understand. There's one principle that you need to keep in mind. You want most of the content on your channel to get about the same amount of views. That's the golden rule. So what does that mean? Well, if you have videos that you make, right, and you want to be a professional YouTuber, you can do it if you follow this rule. Step one. Make something that's really interesting. Rich and I like to do live action video game stuff.
Yes.
Andre is extremely talented at vlogging, so it kind of, in fact, Andre just explained this to me. You have to think, are you making shows, or are you just a character or a personality? And if you look, it's almost like you're Neo in the Matrix, and once you like get this, it's like, I see everything. I understand how to, you know, like the great thing about YouTube is the myth of being a starving artist doesn't have to be the case anymore.
No.
We are in like the greatest time period for artists as entrepreneur. If you have your passion and your art, you don't have to compromise your artistic like vision and you know, just be a slave to somebody else's idea. Like, you can do everything. And I don't say that like being prideful. What I'm trying to say is like, okay, like I can make awesome content, and then I can give it back to, you know, my fans. Like, I can learn the best practices of YouTube, and then I can pay it forward and teach you guys. So anyway, really quick, back to subscriber burn. Like, I'm all zealous because like the reason I'm all excited is because Rich and I have been really frustrated because we didn't understand the switch. We started making YouTube videos in 2006. And
did you have your channel? Tell me your channel.
Oh, youtube.com/RichAlvarez. Sorry.
Right.
These guys are probably a lot smarter than us because I think they got it. They figured out the golden rule before we did, and I just figured it out. So I'm all like, woo! I gotta tell everybody.
Bad puns help.
Anyway, super long story short, subscriber burn. So you can burn out subscribers by making too many videos or not enough videos. You want this perfect golden middle, and the way that you do it is you think about, like I said, views are key. So this is the best way I can describe it is bonus content versus primary content. So for Rich and I, we are there's two things that we do. We do rap battle parodies. So we're trying to compete with epic rap battles of history. We're not a cheap knockoff. We don't want to be Coca-Cola. We want to be Pepsi. We're not Safeway Select. Like, because a lot of people, when I tell them, a lot of people, when I'm like, hey, we want to be like that, they're like, they did it first. And I'm like, well, Weird Al did parodies first. Like, you don't say Key of Awesome and you know, like what's his face. So anyway,
rap battles have been around since the early '80s.
Yeah. And by the way, really quick thing: if somebody says that you're a cheap knockoff, what they're really saying is you need to improve your quality.
Oh.
It's a slap in the face, but it's also a call to be better and prove them wrong. So anyway, going back to subscribers.
Is that what we're teaching?
No, but just sort of go to that point. The thing about YouTube is the way you gotta look at it is that there's a lot of people.
Yes.
There's a lot of people
with everyone.
And so the key is at some point everyone's on everything.
Yes.
Even in traditional entertainment, everyone's on everything. The key is the presentation of how you do it. So, you know, what I was saying earlier is that you could have multiple people talk about the exact same topic or attack the same subject matter, but everyone, if they're doing it in their own voice, it's going to be different. Even if you have agreements or disagreements or whatever, there's going to be a specific voice that comes out of them. So what you have to find if you're creating a YouTube channel is you got to find your voice. That is the key thing to start off in the beginning. Because if you're doing reviews, if you're doing commentary, if you're doing sketch comedy, if you're playing in the realms of video games or whatever else, something that you're going to do needs to be the thing that makes me remind me of you. Because then I will know to come back to you for that subject matter. So in the sense of, yes, if you want to do raps, if you want to do something that someone else has done, that's fine, but you got to find a way of making it your own thing. Because the thing that I do see people do sometimes on YouTube is they'll go, oh, you know, PewDiePie's successful, I'm gonna do my channel just like him. I'm gonna do his same humor, I'm gonna do his same joke. And the thing is, you can't. It's not going to come off the same way because that is his style. Same thing with anything else. You gotta find out what your voice is so that you can make yourself unique. Because particularly as it continues with YouTube, that's gonna be super important because it's super saturated. We gotta get you guys chairs.
I know.
Bring chairs up.
Yeah, I want to add to that. Yeah, I definitely want to add to that, especially with the toy reviewing thing. Like, I started at a great time when it was a very niche thing. You know, doing like toy reviews was a very weird thing back in like 08 and stuff. It's like, whoa, what the heck? It's like people are guys in their 20s, 30s playing with toys. What? And, yeah, but now it's like, you know, that you see super big like, you know, companies sending stuff and like channels that are toy. I heard that the biggest the person that makes the most money on YouTube is a toy reviewer. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And that's awesome. And the thing is too, it's like going back to what Andre said. It's about finding something that you can find your niche and finding something that you're happy doing, and then you just find your audience through that, and you have to really sell yourself more than anything. People could come there for me like for a toy review, but the reason they come back and subscribe and watch it is because they like my opinion, they like my humor, and that's how it is with anything you do on YouTube. You can't think of it, it's like, oh, this other person is doing the same thing, I need to do that. It's like, no, they want to see you, they don't want to see like just another, you know, parody or another review. And
it's like in Smash Brothers, like you know how you have the clone characters. Don't be them. Don't be Dr. Mario or Pichu. Be Mega Man. Be
Toon Link. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to clarify your idea. Andre made a really good point. What's the balance between being 100% original and 100% copying somebody? I wrote CTR up there. Copy, transform, remix. That's not my original idea. Somebody way smarter than me did a video on it. But
that's originality.
All right. The idea, like exactly what Andre said, is you take somebody's idea, the copy, you transform it, so you add your own unique idea to it, and then the remix is the new thing. So Andre is not Philip DeFranco. You know, even though they do a similar vlog styles, he has his own unique idea, and people really enjoy Andre. So they watch Black Nerd Comedy for Andre.
Yes.
Cool. Well, usually when I do these panels, it's like we talk for 40 minutes and then there's like 2 questions, and it always makes me weird because it's a YouTube panel and I know you guys have questions. So I want to be sure right up front. Who has, like, just raise your hand, we'll pick on you, not pick on you, like, but like, because before we go into random talk, I would love to just make sure that if anyone has a question about YouTube, I want to make sure it gets answered.
Pokemon.
All right.
Okay, so, I don't know. I just want to know how to like get it set up, like how to like set up YouTube.
Oh, like just how to make the videos?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Well, you see here.
Yeah. No, but, well, first off.
Like game reviews.
Yeah.
Like playthroughs.
Oh.
3DS and Wii U and stuff.
Oh wow.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna be giving a college course now.
All right. All right. We'll try to give this. We'll try to make this as simplistic. All right. So just taping yourself, so no game plan, just hey, you and me talking on camera. There's so many different ways, man.
Yeah. You can use your iPhone.
I know I was gonna say everything from a very expensive DSLR camera, well, not even really expensive, like you know, $1,000 DSLR
or
camera,
even 500,
or even 500 now, all the way down to people just literally doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just if you want to make something, if you want to talk about something, there's so many different tools you can set up. Even if your phones, they have tripods now where it has a phone clip on it, so you can actually put the phone in the clip and then it still sits there like a regular camera. So it's just about whatever you can afford. Like a lot of people will get discouraged about doing YouTube because of a money thing. And I always tell people, if you got a cell phone with 1080 HD on it, you got a YouTube video camera. Just go for it. And then as far as sound, that's always the trickier part because you can use sound on cameras, but I would just check and see what kind of camera you have, because some cameras are better with sound than others. Some that you may want to get like an external microphone.
Yeah, and they're not that much.
Yeah, they're not a whole lot. And then just as far as lighting, I mean,
lighting is key.
Lighting is very key. You want to make sure that like you're not like the thing that always kills me with YouTube videos. people think that if you just have light near you, it works.
No.
So what they'll do is they'll sit in front of their window and they're always like blown out, you know? So you gotta be careful, you gotta be cautious with lights, but it's the same thing. It's like you can get really nice, you know, quality, few $100 camera lights. But dude, when I first started, I used the, you know, if you see those Target lamps, the one that have like
I
the
still
five,
use them.
it's like 5 little lamps so you can like move them around and stuff like that. That's what I use. I just got like 2 of those, put them on each side, and had all the lights facing towards me.
That's what I use for my reviews.
Yeah.
So funny. I got from Target.
Yeah,
Thank you, Target.
Yeah. So and there's tons of videos online you can watch as well. But what I always tell people is, particularly starting out, find the cheapest way to look professional that you can, and then just continue to upgrade as you grow with it. Because you don't want to splurge so much at the beginning and then be freaked out because you don't know how your camera works. You know, just keep it simple and then grow with it as you go.
Yeah, you want to know a funny story about how I first started? I actually want to thank like Steve Jobs, the late Steve Jobs, because I bought my first Apple computer in 2007, and I had a camera. I didn't have a camera during the time I made reviews. I actually used my MacBook's eyesight camera to do my reviews and all my videos, and I learned to edit through iMovie because it's so easy and intuitive. And before I didn't know how to edit and all, I taught myself through iMovie, and then I literally didn't start buying a camera until like late 2008 or something.
Wow.
And like literally did everything through a webcam and my MacBook. I did everything through that. And it's so funny, like you said, that, you know, your own computer can just be everything. You know, just like, and like I said, MacBooks, I'm not trying to sell Apple, I'm an Apple fanboy, but you know, no, it's really true, because I tried Sony Vegas before on my old PC, it was like Dell or something, and yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do it, but it was just, you can learn so many easy editing things, because editing is the key, especially for what we do. And it's really easy to do that kind of stuff, just like on something easy. Like, I heard Windows Movie Maker's okay, but I wouldn't trust it. No, it's not. I'm just trying not to be biased, but yeah, it's anyway. But no, so yeah, eyesight cameras were good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know. I mean, I never made a YouTube video before, but I made.
Get out of here.
I just made a YouTube account.
Yeah.
And what kind of advice? I mean, it's kind of inspiring me to like at least make a video or something. You know, what would you suggest for a first-time video or something?
A first-time video?
I don't know. Any tips?
Don't do what we do.
Yeah, okay. We should go down the line. What was your very first video that you ever did?
Oh man, when I'll
Richie,
the
Richie
first
should answer
significant
this.
video, I made a video of Chris and I running away from a lawnmower. And the way that it was done is whenever we'd show the lawnmower, you wouldn't see like my hands on the handles, and we'd just lift it up and down, and in post we'd have the we called it monster mower, and it was just kind of like this funny, like almost stop motion-esque video of Chris running away, and then I ran away from it. It was monster mower. It was a pointless 5-minute video, and it kind of got us thinking about some other things. I think that try to figure out like what kinds of things that you enjoy watching yourself. For me, it was sketch comedy, so I really tried about a dozen different types of sketch comedy before our Mario thing took off. and even then, that was kind of by accident. But I would say that just, if you like vlogging, try like different formats of vlogging, like don't try to like emulate somebody to a T. That's kind of like what Andre was saying earlier. You don't want to like, just pretend to be someone else. You give your own attitude and your own style, be yourself, and do something that you like. It might take, you may want to do like a dozen different pretend vlogs on your own before you actually upload one to YouTube. And if you kind of decide like, am I going to talk about video games, movies, pop culture in general, like what kinds of things interest you? Because the worst thing is when you're watching a vlogger where you just know that like they have no interest in what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's
pre-scripted by a studio or something.
Yeah.
And, so you definitely want to represent something that you enjoy and what you love, and that'll transcend to the viewers, and people who are also interested in what you're interested in will see that, and they'll totally dig what you're doing. I think.
Makes sense. They'll be able to see the passion in people.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
that's the word.
Passion is the key. Yes, exactly. Because when I first started, it was just a, just a I thought YouTube was the greatest thing. It's like, oh my God, I can watch old cartoons. And like it was like MTV, because I was a musician back before YouTube, and I was like, I can watch music videos anytime I want, as many times as I want. It's like what MTV should be and all this stuff. And at first I used it to like showcase like live shows I did and like my little hobbies. And then when I got into the toy thing, it was during like the Transformers 2007 movie. I saw a lot of people were doing that. And it's like, oh my god, because I was getting back into collecting and stuff. Because I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a musician. It just killed me. It was like I tried so much, and yeah, it's not worth it anymore. It was something I was very passionate doing, but it just broke my heart. And it's like, I'll just try doing something else. And then I saw YouTube was like, wow, people can talk about what they like, and no one judges them. I mean, they do. You know, they want you to die every day, but whatever. It's something with the job, you know. But yeah, no, it was just something. I remember my first toy review was actually January 1st, 2008. Transformers Classics Deluxe Starscream. I still remember that. It's like one of my favorite characters, and yeah, and it's funny. A little tidbit on back in that time. Toy reviews were taken seriously, and you had to be
Which is
serious.
so funny to me.
I know. You had to be serious. You had to be like, you know, kind of, and because that's what everyone I saw, like they were just really serious about it. But then it's like, you know what? I'm not really that serious of a person. It's like I started integrating little jokes. I was like Andy from Toy Story growing up. I'd just be like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm cool here. You know, just do that kind of stuff and do little sketches. And then, yeah, then I just blew up from there. So yeah, that was like when things turned when doing that.
My first video was literally called "I'm a Black Nerd."
Yes. I love that.
Yeah. I just really just introduced myself, and the reason why I had that video was because you remember the show called Beauty and the Geek?
Yes.
Yeah. They reached out to me before I even started YouTube to try out for the show because they never had a black geek on the show. And so one of my friends were like, and then I still didn't make it on the show. They were like, we need a black geek. But not this guy. Let's try again. But I had to make this video about myself for the show. So that's what I ended up putting up. So it was like me talking, showing off my Nintendo stuff at the time, my Gremlins collection at the time, my Scooby-Doo outfit. I used to dress up in a Scooby-Doo outfit. So those were my first videos. So it was just a really introduction to myself, which I think was good because it just right there defined this is the person you're getting for this channel.
You had it right from the beginning.
Yeah. So it's really helpful. So yeah, I think it is a matter of your personality and what your passion. Because I saw you up here juggling. I mean, you can find something fun in that.
Do juggling, get some views, man. Do it.
Thank you guys. Hey, I'm gonna go, but thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Yeah, give it up for him, man. This girl, her hand's about to fall off.
I know, man.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but how do you guys feel about the, how do you guys feel about the Power Rangers?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we got it.
I have a whole video about it. YouTube.com/BlackNerdComedy.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, then there you go. Go to YouTube.com/BlackNerdComedy.
I know.
It's called Does Power Rangers Have an Identity Crisis? And you can watch it there.
My second question is...
Oh, you don't want my opinion? I have an opinion.
You can say your opinion.
Yeah.
I hate it. No. I don't. Oh, thank you. It's cool. No.
You scared me, man. Whoa.
I'm angry.
No, it's good.
No. It's real quick on it because Andre did make a full video and just if people want to know my opinion because I am a big Power Rangers fan too. It was cool, but it wasn't Power Rangers to me. I'm kind of like more on the JTF thing, where I'm like, it's like I always see Power Rangers. It could be taken seriously, but not. It was a satire. It was way too dark. I thought it just was
I mean, you should still watch the video. But
yeah, definitely watch it.
But I think that's my overall thing about it's a satire.
It's a satire.
It's like feel about how you really want to feel, but you gotta understand it's a satire. So people who are like, this is the greatest thing ever. It's a satire.
Yes.
It's great. It's a satire. You will never see topless women in a Power Rangers, official Power Rangers movie. You will not happen. Yeah. And people who are mad about that kind of stuff, it's a satire. They had to go extreme to prove the point.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how Jason David Frank feels like. He didn't feel like it should be that dark because it's a kid's race.
The thing is, we shouldn't have an opinion on it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because that was the point.
Yeah.
The point was we're going to find the most innocent thing ever and make the most extreme, dark and gritty version of it ever to prove a point of that is what is happening with mainstream culture now. It's like find some nostalgic property, make it dark and gritty, and profit. And so that was the whole point of it. So if you look at it so that's how I look at it. So I'm not saying I don't want to have an opinion one way or other. I just think judging something that's an unofficial satire of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It's just there's no point because it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Care Bears is next. Though.
Care Bears, however, needs a dark and gritty
Yes.
reboot right away. I will pay money for that.
Yeah, they're gonna be eating people while shooting hearts at them.
But I want like machine
It's
gun
gonna be
Care
real
Bears
hearts.
stands.
They're gonna
Like,
throw real hearts at them, like they're like flooding hearts, and then they're gonna eat them and eat their hearts back. It's like, oh,
it's like bloody caring, like ah.
yeah. It's gonna make The Walking Dead look like
The walking Care Bears. The caring dead.
Yeah. But what's your second
And
question?
my second question is for everybody on the panel. I don't know if you guys saw the sneak peek trailer for Mortal Kombat X. How do you guys feel about the storyline where it's about to go? Like it's 25. It's basically going 25 years later, and like
Mortal Kombat
and
X.
Kung-Lao and Kitana are alive, and I'm just like, what the fuck? You
Oh.
guys supposed to be dead. Oh, I'm so sorry, there's kids in here. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, let's keep it clean for the kids to talk about Mortal Kombat X, the family-friendly video game where you beat people in the crotch and take their hearts out. Let's keep it clean for the kids, everybody. Don't want to mess them up with Mortal Kombat X.
I know.
How do you feel like how the story is like going?
Oh.
Can I still pull someone's heart out?
Yes, you can.
Then I'm good. I don't get
Yeah. Well,
am I being rude by saying that? I was like, I don't know. I pick a character and I beat them up and I take the heart out. Like, I don't really. What is the storyline behind this?
I'm actually a big Mortal Kombat geek. I actually know the story. I actually love Mortal. I still remember.
Tell me that. No, I do know some of it.
I actually love the 2011 game. That was almost my game of the year. I think it was Batman Arkham.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, Batman Arkham City. I think was like the reason why it was right there. But Mortal Kombat was.
And Injustice. I like Injustice.
Yeah, Injustice was amazing too.
Injustice is awesome.
It's funny. I'm a very family-friendly person on my channel, but I love Mortal Kombat. I'm not like we watch The Walking Dead. I love my gore here and there. I'm not like a big horror fan, but Mortal Kombat was just really cool. Like I still remember going to 7-Eleven and when they had arcade machines and playing Mortal Kombat 2 there. But the story. So you asked about the story. It is interesting that it's taking place 25 years. Don't want to spoil anything, but some characters they announced, they died in that last one. How are they here? Like, spoiler alert, Katana. I'm like, what?
Katana
But they
died, and so did Kung-Lao.
But they died at the end of every level, though.
Not in the story mode. There's a story mode.
But
Sorry.
you actually, you go, cool, and he lands and he spikes and he's still alive?
Yeah, well, no, like, there was a story mode. And that's more of a, I mean, at least you gotta give the creators of Mortal Kombat, unlike Super Smash Bros., they actually have a story. It's not just
the Subspace Emissary. That's canon, man. That is canon.
I actually do give the creators of Mortal Kombat for creating a story, because like Street Fighter and all these fighting games, they never think about story modes. Like even Marvel vs. Capcom, which I love, I wish that they explained. They kind of do in a prequel comic, but
isn't even Mortal Kombat versus DC? Didn't they have?
They did have a story mode. They did. They explained it was like a portal thing, and it's ridiculous, but still it's awesome.
As long as I pull a heart out.
It's a guy that pulls out people's hearts, teaming up with a guy that can juggle the planets.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Dark-On, I love them. Did you guys have a
They should do a reverse though. They should, since Power Rangers got a dark and gritty reboot, Mortal Kombat should get like a childish preschool Mortal Kombat babies. Turn the Babe and make that a series like Muppet Babies, but with Mortal Kombat characters. I'd say Goro and like little.
To my greatest fan, Sean Long.
I think it looks great. I really like Mortal Kombat. Ever since my Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games, I could never decide which one I like better, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. And
Mortal Kombat.
I think time has told that Mortal Kombat has just been kind of like the stronger series, even with its ups and downs. I wasn't a huge fan of Mortal Kombat versus DC, even though I'm a huge DC Comics person.
Because there was no violence.
The fatalities were taken out. And I thought that that was not being true to the Mortal Kombat universe. So I was really glad that when it came back afterwards.
2011 was amazing.
And so I am really excited for Mortal Kombat X, and I can't wait to see how the whole thing develops. And of course, I'll be playing the whole game probably right when it comes out.
I'm going midnight at GameStop, man.
But adversely, Injustice, Gods Among Us on its own without Mortal Kombat, once it was his own fighting game, was perfect.
Perfect, great. Yeah, I love that game.
Will there be Mortal Kombat amiibo? That's
I like that.
That'll be the next thing.
It'll be Mortal Kombat Infinity.
Yeah, they'll be selling them at Spencer's and everything with next to the adult stuff I can't talk about yet.
Okay, we have to go. So.
What is when people asking questions and leaving? It's like,
I got my question. I'm done with
do we smell or something? It's like, I put on deodorant.
No, they got things to do. They got things to do.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fine.
All right.
Sam.
So, completely left field, Andre. How is Lamar?
How is he?
Fred wants to know how he is.
Yeah, how's Lamar?
What, are we dating or something? What? He's great.
No, you just wanted to know how he's doing.
Good. Fine. Is there something wrong? I feel like you're bringing this. Did he die? Or wait, did he die in Mortal Kombat, or did he die in the story of Mortal Kombat? Because that's a difference. A fatality is different from the story mode of death.
So the real question is, if you and Lamar played Mortal Kombat, who would win?
Oh, I would win.
Yeah. So Mortal Kombat,
Ring Eye. No, I don't know, because he's been playing Smash hardcore.
Yeah.
Do not play Lamar Smash Brothers.
He kicked my butt in Smash, though.
I did.
Like all 5 times.
Pac-Man.
Dang, his Pac-Man is his character. I almost beat you as Pikachu, almost, but he got me.
But I threw that
Pikachu.
fire hydrant on your face.
Yeah, you did.
Pika, pika, pack, pack.
Joey.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Good.
All right, I was wondering the best, some tips you have to network your YouTube channel outside of YouTube, like on Twitter or maybe even this thing called reality that we live in.
Yeah, social media is a huge part in your YouTube because it can't just be on the channel alone. I mean, you're an island there. You got to figure out how to use Twitter and Facebook. It is a very tricky thing because on one hand you want to communicate with your audience. On the other hand, you obviously want to promote your content, but you don't want to spam your content. So what I always tell people is if you've got a certain, this is again why the voice is very important. If you get a certain voice on your YouTube channel, you can sort of figure out a way to replicate that voice throughout Twitter, throughout Facebook, so that people get a similar experience. Because then that way you can present your content, but you can also present other things that you're not necessarily in your videos, but that are fit your style. But it's very important that if you want people to follow you across social networks, that you have a similar experience. I cannot stand it when someone had, or not stand it, but I mean like, we all have our days. But there's people I know where like, or there's people I've seen where their YouTube channel is like, hey, I'm the happy-go-lucky, everything's great. And then you go to Twitter and it's like, every day sucks.
It's like Tigger
it's like you're getting contradicted. It's not saying, we all have those days. I've bitched and moaned on Twitter or YouTube before. It happens, but if you feel like it's coming from a consistent place, it's very, very helpful. To build, and especially that is you got to build an audience in as many places and hopefully in your own place as much as possible. Because as much as we love YouTube and as great as it is, we're on someone else's platform. Twitter is someone else's platform. Facebook is someone else's platform. So they can change at any time. Facebook is going through a really big thing right now where they're trying to force pages to buy exposure. Yeah, I mean, it's happening. So it's very tougher now, even on Facebook, to get your stuff. When Facebook bought Instagram.
Oh gosh.
When you posted a picture on Instagram and you sent it to Twitter, you used to see the picture in the Twitter feed. But the moment that literally it was like the day after Facebook bought Instagram, you couldn't. Now Instagram is just a link on Twitter. So these channels are going to figure out the ways to benefit them. So you got to figure out the way to keep your audience in tune with you as much as you can through as many platforms you can, and hopefully even on your own, so that you can always have access to them. Or if the next thing comes along, you can tell them that you're now on the new thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think social media is definitely a must when you're doing this on YouTube. It's not only, I use it as a promotional tool, but yeah, it's also like we were saying, be consistent with what your channel is. Like you can just have keep your page to what you're doing on YouTube or whatever your channel is, and then have your profile like as your talk about things like if the dress is blue and black or gold and white on that. I thought it was gold and white at first, but yeah, whatever. It's blue and black. It's blue and black,
son.
It's blue and black. But yeah, you got things that your audience will care about. Talk about like your own personal page, profile, whatever. Like just like with your friends, amongst friends. But if it's like your channel, you should keep that like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook is all the big three that you should have outside of YouTube. And yeah, you should. I always promote that in every video. I know you do that too. And you just you help. Like if you're at con cons, you use it like, okay, I'm on Facebook promoting my con appearance or anything like that. So it's definitely a must, but also keep it very consistent and have everyone work with each other, you know. Otherwise, it's just like one's suffering while the other one is just like, yeah, it's no reason to be on one if you're not gonna really work with it as to its full potential. You guys have any add on to that?
Everything I was going to say, you said.
Everything is awesome.
There's nothing left to say.
Yeah, but I would like to add to, if you can't, especially if you're starting out, if you can get everything with the same name or as close to the same name.
Yeah, that's a must.
Consistent branding.
I'm very lucky I got that too.
That's a very big thing.
Everything's Sean X Long, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Sean X Long.
Easy to remember stuff. All right, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, I don't know actually this question, but how do you feel about Batman Arkham Knight being an amateur rating?
Oh, I enjoy this concept greatly.
Yes, Batman Mortal Kombat for real.
Yeah. Well, this kind of goes back to in the video where I was talking about the Power Rangers stuff. I brought this point up. You know, the thing about Batman the reason why that I don't think is a big deal in the sense of it's a shocker is because Batman's been mature before. Yeah, Batman has been. I mean, we literally have everything from mature rated comic to little tiny happy jokers that your preschoolers can buy and play with, which just makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh that they're like these little adorable like jokers you play. And it's like, oh little kid, have you read the Killing Joke? It's gonna be cute. You know, so if they only knew. They only knew what that's gonna become. So hey, I say bring it.
Yeah,
bring it. And a lot of what's happening, I don't know if they're gonna do this, but what's happening a lot of days, even with the mature rated games, is they're having like filters. Like I got to play Sunset Overdrive. There's a filter where you can take out all the foul language. You can take out. So I think more games may start going that route, just so that way they can still sell across the board, but then the parents won't get mad.
Yeah.
Even though the parents don't realize their 8-year-old is saying crazy things and shooting everybody on Call of Duty.
Yeah, Andre made a great point. Like with Batman, I grew up, loving the Adam West Batman, and that actually inspired a lot of my humor too. Like, the holy rusted metal Batman, and that kind of stuff. And but then I love the '89 Michael Keaton dark, Tim Burton Batman. Yeah, it's like my quintessential Batman. But I love Batman in all.
And Schumacher.
Yes. Well, if you were to play a drinking game with Batman Robin for all the puns, you would die of alcohol poisoning. Seriously, but
what cutie dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Going back to Rocksteady, I absolutely love the Batman Arkham games. I even loved Origins, and Rocksteady. Well, that wasn't Rocksteady. That was Montreal, WP Montreal. But anyway, the Rocksteady games have been amazing. They really take a lot of the Frank Miller aspects. They take a lot of the more mature, and Arkham City was pretty dark too, if you knew that. And so where it's going, I don't know how much darker it could go. It'll surprise me probably, but I thought they're doing a great job, and they're just trying to tell a good story, and that's what matters more than they're trying to do for like what that Power Rangers fanfare was doing. For shock value, they're doing it to tell a good story. So I'm all for that. I'm all for Adam West, like holy Batman, to like the very dark, like oh crap, like Killing Joke Batman. So So what about you guys?
I've always been a huge Frank Miller fan. The '80s are my favorite time for Batman history. Alan Moore's Killing Joke. Batman Year One. Anything that was either Alan Moore or Frank Miller, that was my Batman growing up, and I can't wait to see how they explore that with more mature themes. As long as they keep it interesting, like, and not just like throwing out like blood and guts and stuff just for the heck of it. It's got to be intuitive maturity.
Yes, it has to make sense for you.
So I'm saying bring it on with the mature rating.
Basically, not all-star Batman or Robin.
Yes.
Oh man, we got some good questions for you.
Oh yeah. Well, that's on this guy. They both have their hands up.
Yeah.
So they go here.
Going back to passion, I mean, obviously, you guys probably treat this as a hobby, but at the same time, it's probably a business. You either love it, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
You might sound silly, do you guys have a regular job? Do you guys live on YouTube? Or it's a bonus?
I work at
the mystery question.
Do you get a check from YouTube every month? How does it work?
Do we want to go down the line?
Can I start?
Yeah, sure. You have to hit me with numbers.
This is like my thing. This is my thing. So the reason I love this question is because depending on the type of YouTube channel you make, if you're more like personality based, then you really can just do it all on your own. If you're show based, you need more money and you need more stuff.
Yeah.
So just so you understand, that's my first suggestion. Decide which way you want to go. If you want to just do it show based, get a day job. You don't need anybody else. Keep your day job. Make YouTube like your second job. Moonshine on YouTube. Now, the second point is if you want to do high concept like shows, and that's what Richie and I do right now. You need more than you need a best friend.
Yeah.
You need a best friend. So the relationship. We're best friends. We've known each other since high school, and this is how it works. So I kind of handle the business stuff. So I'm kind of like the like bring the money in, and Richie's the raw creative energy, like take the money and transform it. So this is how we personally did it. So Rich and I, we have two jobs. We own a video production company. We're Sacramento based, so we make commercials for local businesses. We used to have day jobs, and then we started our secondary job, which was we were day jobbing, YouTube was a hobby, and then we wanted to own our own video production company. But what we ended up realizing is that we have more fun making content on YouTube. So it depends on how you want to do it. So my answer, I guess, is threefold. One, do you want to do solo stuff, or do you want to work with a team? Are you a lone wolf, or are you a leader team player?
Yeah. So
once you figure that out, then you can't do it all at once. Like the temptation is like when you first make a YouTube video and you get $1, you're like, I'm gonna be a millionaire. See you later, day job. Suck you, boss. I'm telling you guys, if you get a viral video, keep in mind the success to YouTube is not one viral video. You don't want to be one-hit wonder. You want to be slow, steady wins the race and slowly build up. I will tell you, we made a Harlem Shake video that got like 2 million views in a week. That had never happened before, and we were like, we don't ever have to make videos for clients again! So we stopped getting client work. And then right when that happened, that was around the time that subscriber burn was happening, and then all of a sudden, like, our videos weren't getting views. We're like, why? So anyway, super long story short, you have to make that decision yourself. Are you a lone wolf guy? Keep your day job. Are you a team player? Find a clever way to have a secondary job. Now, the way that, like I said, Rich and I work is he's like the creative genius, and I'm kind of the money genius. So I bring the money in, he craps out gold. That's the best metaphor. And then my last point
I want to see that happen.
I know.
Do that now.
I don't know if I really want to see if I kind of do.
Third point, and this is more, we call it like the advanced tutorial. After you got to master basics, you got to master intermediate.
Oh, I'm glad you said master basics.
Master basics.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had
famous last words, right? Get this guy out of here. Anyway, super long story short, if you want to go to the master, the advanced stuff, so this is like a video game, right? You're like basics, intermediate, advanced. If you really want advanced stuff, I would supremely recommend that you guys consider going to VidCon. It's a convention down in Southern California. That's where we met Andre, actually. And that's where if we're talking like levels here, you guys ever play? I mean, imagine any video game. That's like the final boss. You know, VidCon's the final boss. What's the purpose of the advanced YouTuber? Now, like I said, you can't jump there immediately. I mean, you could, but you're gonna have to be way more talented than us. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. So this is my final recommendation, which is the real question. Like, hey, can I quit my day job? Can I never have to work another job again? You can. But you better make sure that what you're doing is something that you're passionate about. And that's what finally clicked, because if you are trying to, it's passion and excellence. You can be really good at something that you hate. That's not good. You can be really good at something that you suck at. Well, get better. I'm telling you guys this, it all clicked, ironically, because I was reading lots and lots of technical stuff on the YouTube algorithm, and then I was like, oh hey, there's like a principle here, and it applies to other stuff. So anyway, find something you're passionate about. Who do you like the most on YouTube? You're probably passionate about them. If you watch tons of Andre, be a vlogger. If you watch tons of like, I don't know, like epic rap battles of history, do like high content production. Figure out who you like more, the vloggers or the high concept. Going back to the advanced thing, go down, start researching multi-channel networks. Multi-channel networks are the record labels of the YouTube industry. Money makes the world go around. Do not compromise on your passions. Here's my golden rule for you guys, and this is how you know if your fans hate you and think you're a sellout, or if your fans like you. If a company comes to you when you're a big YouTuber, and they say, promote this would you promote it to your best friend if you weren't getting paid to? And this is something that took Richie and I a while to figure out. So for example, if TMNT came to Andre, you guys wouldn't be like, whoa, Andre, you're a sellout. Clearly, you'd never recommend turtles.
Yeah. You obviously didn't see my Sonic Boom video.
Anyway, going back to my point, do figure out what you're passionate about, be excellent, and then keep that in mind. Someday, if you get a lot of subscribers, because really, this is what also took us forever to figure out, how is money made on YouTube? You are basically a television network, and you're selling engagement, you're selling views. Now, you can do that the right way or you can do that the wrong way. The right way is being passionate and making excellence. If you miss one of those points, if you're not passionate, do a different thing. If you're not excellent, learn, master the craft. Eventually, you will get to that top level, and all you guys can do this. All you need to do is just be passionate and be excellent at something. And then, get probably a lawyer, because there's a lot of really terrible NCMs out there that are going to lock you into crappy contracts.
I would even say don't even think about that right now.
Yeah,
especially starting out. If anybody comes to you like, we want you to sign up, blah blah. Don't even.
I'm talking level 10. You guys are level 1.
Don't even worry about that.
Down the road. Chris is just trying to inspire you.
That's great.
Going back to the original question, you were saying if this is our day job. Well, I have to go to work at McDonald's here in about 10 minutes. Yeah, so going into me, like, yeah, this is my day job. I've been doing this for, man, like 7 years, 7, 8 years now. It's wonderful. It's the greatest job ever. It is, I'll say this thing. Yeah, my mom doesn't appreciate it. My mom's here. It's my mom. Thank you, Mom, for making me. I appreciate it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her, literally. So, thank you. But going to the day job, yes, you can make YouTube your day job. You can make. I'm so lucky, knock on wood, that I can pay my bills. I have like a nice house here in Sacramento, like where I can support me and my fiance, and I can buy like all these Iron Man figures. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. Now the thing is about that, I started at a point where I remember when I got my first $1,000 check. I was like, oh my god! And that was during the time I lost my job, and I'll just say I worked at Blue Shield. It sucked. I remember I got my first $1,000 check right after that, and it was like a blessing, because I was like, oh my god, I can actually pay my rent with YouTube. I thought it was just like extra money, like a hobby maybe, because when they started doing partner programs in 2008 and stuff. And then I just like focused mostly on that because I really loved doing it. I was just having a blast, and the thing about that during that time, I was very, and it's true, you have to be very consistent, you have to really find your audience, you have to be very passionate about it, and you pretty much have to give 110%. It's like, you really have to know, like, okay, it's just like, and I come from a very musician mentality where it's like, I used to go, like, walking down streets and like passing out flyers, and I did that like in a very different way. I was like promoting myself on Twitter and Facebook, and I was just being very consistent. And because I had that same passion, I'm able to still do that and work at home and just playing with toys, and it's crazy. I get paid good money to do that, and I'm very blessed. And to any of you guys, that could happen for any of you, but you have to have that passion. You have to be consistent, but don't do nothing but like throw content at people. Like, do good content that makes you happy first, and it'll make other people happy. And that's, if you don't make videos you're happy with, then other people will see that and they won't want to watch you. So if you're not making videos that you like yourself, then don't make them at all. So that's my thing.
Yeah, that's very important. A full-time job is like my life now. I mean, but yes, it is a full-time job for me. It started off as a hobby, then it became like a part-time job, then it became a professional job, and I would say probably in the last couple of years. So yeah, it is what pays my bills. It's what gets me the day-to-day. That being said, there's a lot of misconception that when you are a full-time YouTuber that it's like, I'm Scrooge McDuck and I'm swimming in my money bin, and it's like, nah, man. I compare it a lot to acting, where you have the big name celebrity actors, the headliners of movies and things like that. And, they've got their big houses, they're making millions of dollars. But there's a lot of actors that are just regularly working. They're always in movies. They're always like, I'm the business guy. I'm this guy. I'm always the villain or whatever. They do multiple projects and they make a respectable living doing their job. And I think YouTube is the exact same way. You do have a few people on YouTube who are making 6-7 figures. Very true. But there's a lot of people who are just making the same wages you would make on a basic full-time job and are able to live off of that. The thing that people sometimes forget, though, particularly with like the type of stuff we do, is then you have to take some of that money, you have to invest it back in your content. You got to get better, equipment for your stuff, because now you're at a level where you have to work more professionally. You want to make sure your stuff is better. You got to get better computers. You got to buy hard drives for all your space. And then in the case of like me and Sean, you got to go buy toys and figures, or you fly around the conventions. There's a lot of investment that goes into it. And then on top of that, a lot of the money you're getting is not taxed. Oh yeah. So around this time of year,
it sucks.
This dude Uncle Sam shows up. I was like, "Hey buddy, I like how your YouTube channel's going. I see you got some money there in the bank, and old Sammy boy hasn't got the little piece of it. So what are we gonna do about that?" It's like the barber's like, "Oh, it's a nice computer. Hey, for something to happen to it." So there's a lot that goes into that as well. So you really have to be very business savvy about your money,
write off everything.
Because you things you can write off what's part of your business. If you're filming out of your home, you can even write off of your home. But you really just have to be savvy about that, because it's all you. Just like you're making your content, you're making everything, you're also handling your own business. Yes. And you need to really understand as much as you can, or have someone help with that. But
you're wearing a lot of hats in this business.
You wear a lot of hats. You wear an awful lot of hats. But it is possible. Now I don't want to be the pessimist here, but it's getting harder because it's bigger now. More people are getting involved. More money is getting involved. So I was joking, like one of my first viral videos was a music video I did in my apartment, and it was like low budget, low quality, and at the time, that's cool. Yeah. But now you literally got movie studios pouring thousands of dollars into high quality, movie quality videos that they're putting on YouTube, and then they expect us to do the exact same level of quality. So it really is about being savvy, because it's now getting to the point where even Hollywood is trying to figure out how they can make a business in that. And in YouTube's eyes, you're all the same platform. Big studio, individual out of their house, you're all on the same playing field, which is a good thing. But it also means you got to be really smart to compete with them in that world.
We're like the indie studios.
Yeah, but the good thing about it is Hollywood has not figured it out.
Yeah, they have. Or TV.
Yeah. Some of them have, but there's a lot of them who are thinking, oh, if I make a big budget thing, if I put celebrities in this or whatever, that's going to sell it. And they're finding out that they're getting beat by a 12-year-old kid playing Minecraft in his house. Yeah. because those people figured out a way to do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your answers.
Are you going to leave now? Ask a question, then leave.
You can say, we're here for we still got like 10 minutes.
We got about 10 minutes.
Okay, so kind of getting back to like you guys started touching on about the whole changing the algorithm and everything, and the difference between users and full watch, right?
Yeah.
So as that changes, because before it was like you just had a subscriber. Once you get a subscriber, once you post your video, you kind of have guaranteed views, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now, if they don't watch the actual video, you guys have to pay, right? So they actually have to watch the video. Is what you're trying to tell me?
Well, okay, I can explain it, because it was like a war. So what happened was, Google, as you all know, Google pretty much runs YouTube. Right. So in the early days of YouTube, a lot of your search results would just be based after if you typed in a certain word. If my title, if my description, if my tags had that word, the chances are that would come up. Some people figured out a way to basically know that if people are searching for a certain thing, if I can make my video seem like that thing through my title, through my thumbnail, through my description, then I will get clicked on. And at the time, that was seen as a legitimate view. But what was happening was that when it got to a level where people were really taking advantage of it, YouTube kind of changed its algorithm a little bit. And so now it's based on what they call audience retention, or basically watch time.
So where's that tipping point where they actually...
Whoa, no one knows! The robot's not allowed to say! Don't look behind the man behind the curtain! But there's a certain, and I don't even think there's a specific number. I think it's just, it bases it on the audience experience. But what they're basically noticing is, if someone searches for something, finds a video, you click on it, and they're seeing that people are staying for a good amount of time, I would even say maybe half or maybe even a third of the video. Yeah. YouTube sees that as like, okay, that's a legitimate result. So I know next time that people search for that thing, that this is a legitimate video to showcase. If they're looking for, let's say, a Rihanna music video, and somebody puts Rihanna music video official, and a picture of Rihanna as a thumbnail, and you get in there and it's like somebody talking about it, but making you think it's a music video, and you click out right away. In the past, that would still be seen as a legitimate view and get you to the top. But now, YouTube will notice that and go, oh, well, that's not a legit video to give as a result, and it'll push it down. And so, we were kind of quiet, but we saw a few channels around that time period that used to be like on the top that was like, no one's watching my videos anymore. And then there were people like us, I would say, who were getting that legitimate view, but just may not have gotten those huge search results that were now starting to get bigger views.
So as a result, you don't have to modify the length of your video in order to guarantee that you're getting views because you still have the same following.
Yeah,
so as a new channel, or if you're trying to be new on the new kid on the block.
Yeah.
What do you think is that sweet spot of how big of a video?
Oh, like how long should your video start out? Short. starting out.
Right. All kill or no filler, as I say. It's like as long as you think of like any of these great shows, like the Breaking Bads and all the Game of Thrones. You want every minute of your video to be entertaining and engaging, and whether it's like 3 minutes or 30 minutes, if you can be engaging, then feel free to make it as long as you need to. But if you don't have that much power to put 30 minutes in there, just do 3 minutes.
Right.
Or
so I mean, so on your point, you said you can go from 3 to 30. If you're better off making 10 3-minute videos.
Yeah,
there you go.
Would that be better than
that would be good.
Views, right?
Yeah, just ultimately you want to have something that's entertaining and that people are sticking around to watch. You know? So you have to be kind of honest with yourself about how much you want to put out there. But I would say starting out, keep them relatively short, just to give people enough to introduce yourself to be like, oh, I like what that person's doing. I want more.
I see your stuff and like I'll look at the time and like even if I don't have time to watch the whole thing, I know I'm coming back to it later.
Yeah,
right? So I got 15 minutes. It's 30 minutes. I'm gonna watch 15 right now. Yeah. And I'll be back later to see the rest, right? Because I know there's gonna be something in the back half.
Yeah. But I don't make 30-minute videos. I know. Unless it's about Ninja Turtles. I can go.
Really quick to answer your question, because I was haunted by the same thing, or not haunted, frustrated, because we make long videos, short videos, and sometimes the short videos,
really long.
Sometimes the short videos did terrible and the long videos did good, and sometimes the long videos did great and the short videos did terrible. And this isn't my idea. I think it was Chad and Angie who told me this from Screen Team show.
Screen Team are the best.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh, yeah.
He figured it out before we did, and he said, "What's worse? A fan who, when they finish your video, thinks, ugh, that was too long, or a fan who, when they finish your video, think, oh, that was too short, I want more."
Yeah.
That's the answer to your question. So at the end of the day, the actual minutes really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now, Andre is right in that it's easier to start off with shorter stuff, so err on the side of too short.
Yeah.
And here's what you'll know. If your videos are too short, your fans will say, make them longer, make more, make them longer, make more. And then you can decide if you want to make longer videos or just make more short videos.
Yeah.
So that's the golden rule. Err on the side of, ooh, I want more. And then really...
You need to make a seminar, man.
Dude, I know, right?
Golden rules of YouTube.
I know. Speaking of the golden rules of YouTube, so last thing. So I'll give you a personal example of Rich and I. So we have over 100,000 subscribers. And before the switch in 2012, YouTube rewarded you for just puking out content as fast as you could, even if it was a bad video and your fans skipped it.
Yeah.
Like you wanted every update video, you wanted every bonus video, so we just put like views, and then they made the switch, and then we noticed that our primary content got lots of views and our bonus content did terrible. So we didn't know what to do, and here's at least, and it depends on. Andre is right in that it kind of depends on your channel, so there's not a one problem fix all. But our issue, and I think I figured out the solution, is we need to make a bonus channel. We just figured that out. So we need to make sure we have a secondary channel, and that's what goes back to branding. We didn't say Rich Alvarez 2, somebody took that, so now we got to get clever. But anyway,
Rich Alvarez TWO.
Here's what I would say. If you notice that you have some videos that get a lot of views and some videos that get no views, try and make 2 different channels, and then or you could make your videos unlisted. That's the other thing you could do. But before I go into the complications of the algorithm, my golden rule is this. Try to keep the views the same. put your bonus content, like if you're high concept like Rich and I, or not high concept, but like you do shows, then put your behind the scenes and your bloopers either unlisted on your main channel or make a second channel. And then your regular channel, have that be your high content. Just a quick little thing, and this is why I know that it worked. And I could still be wrong, but we tested this. So we were only hitting about like 10% of our subscribers after the switch. And then we started doing rap battles, and we did like 2 in a row, and we were getting like 70 to 80% of our subscribers again. So it was unburning the burn. So anyway, they're on the side of Too Short.
It's 3 o'clock and I need to take over this room for the costume contest.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a couple minutes to finish.
Okay, yeah, we better wrap it up. So we'll do like a bonus round. Bonus round!
All right, yeah.
Let's see.
One more question. Right?
I just had a quick question about how do you guys feel about YouTube partnership and helping each other in the business aspect, and if it's more fun for you guys too?
Oh, like working with other YouTube creators?
Yeah, like
I think it's essential too.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Do it as much as you can, and do it with people that are doing similar things. It doesn't always have to be like someone bigger than you.
Collaboration's the best.
All right, let's finish
Off
up.
the top of your head, what's your favorite review of a figure?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, like that I did or that other people did?
No, that you did.
Oh, me? God, I really love. I love doing the Adam West Batman stuff because it's so much fun. I put like the famous like Adam West slapping Robin. It's like no, it's like because when he was like Batman and Robin, no, it's my show, and he did the famous slap. So I love doing anything Adam West Batman because that was my inspiration. So yeah, it was definitely great. And thank you for the question, man. You're awesome. All
right, yeah.
At the beginning, did you guys try to reach out and market your channels on your own, or did you let it happen organically to grow your page?
That's good.
I
did it actually organically.
Yeah, I think what's helpful is if you do something on a certain topic, sometimes you can find a group online that maybe they're interested in that. Like I know people who do Pokemon videos, they have their fan groups that they go to, so you can do that sort of thing. I just always say, because this was a mistake I made, I'll be honest with this, be cautious, particularly with either channels above you or major outlets of sending stuff too early. Because you want to keep a good impression with them, and sometimes if you're giving them something that's not at your best, even though you're growing, even when you get to the point where you're at your best, they still may think of you as that first video they saw. So you sometimes have to be careful with that.
Exactly. You always make a good first impression.
Good first impression.
Yeah.
All right, one more we got here.
Are there any YouTubers that you guys would like to collaborate with in the near future?
Sean Long.
Oh. Like your comedy.
Alvarez.
Just people are really my friends. So there's always the big, like Smosh is cool and they're local here. But really I'd rather just work with my friends more than anything else. Whether they have no subscribers or a million subscribers, I just want to work with my friends. That's what matters. So.
Screen junkies.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, we got to remember. I just want to take first of all, thank all of you guys for coming. And I'd just like to preface this by saying we're saying this from our experience level. We're still figuring everything out as well. So take this to heart. All these information and find information out yourself. But YouTube also has a lot of information that they put out nowadays. But the key thing is just have fun, make fun videos, and enjoy yourself, because that's the important thing. You will not, no matter how you want this to be a hobby, business, whatever, it will be a chore if you are not having fun with it. So make sure you have fun with your videos first and foremost. That's the best piece of advice I can give for any of this. So. Enjoy Sac-Con.
And don't forget to subscribe! The dress is blue and black. The dress is white and gold.